Hey everybody, this is Dark Side Elite here, and it dropped it dropped I believe last night, and I couldn't get to it because I was working, and also I got straight home and went straight to sleep. So um, actually I was doing a couple of things, but I didn't think I was gonna react to this trailer today. I didn't want to do it that night. I was tired, and I didn't want to not show a good reaction after I just got up, got a breakfast in me right now. I'm drinking a little bit of orange juice, keep myself going. This is one video out of three I'm gonna be doing today. So I'm gonna be doing two more videos. I'm gonna be following up with subject reviews talked about with not a reboot, and also iterate back to what I was talking about in my previous video about what I thought about the fact that the Flash, what the concept of the Flash is gonna be, and I'm happy that Andy Musichelli is doing this. But he made some good positive points. But I'm going to talk about that in a later video. But now this is going to be about Birds of Prey. I'm not going to have it shown on my screen. I'm not doing all that stuff. Like I said, I'm keeping his low brow. But I will link the official trailer in the description, so you guys can be able to follow if you guys wish, or you guys haven't seen it yet. But I know that everybody who watches me probably already watched it. So let's see. This is my honest review. Now, here's my backstory and about this. Um, I'm happy they're doing the Birds of Prey. I don't like how they're doing it. I think they're kind of pandering, but that's just here or there. I'm not saying Kathy Ann is not a great director. I haven't seen none of her other works. Uh, I don't like the race casting. I think that me personally, I think that Elizabeth Weinstead would be better as a Batgirl. I think they should have got an Italian actress to play as the Huntress, like Sofia Boutella. She would be perfect as Huntress. I think they should have got Catherine Winnick to play as Black Canary. Um, Smollett should have been Vixen. I mean, there's a lot of things they could have done and kept it close to the way the comic books are. Um, but if anybody down below sit there and tells me that, hey, they already did a black canary in the comics, I go, yeah, I seen it, and it was only in one issue. It was never really established in any levels of canon. So from everybody's perspective, Black Canary is Dinah Laurel Lance, who's white, blue-eyed, blonde. Sorry, I mean, hell, Arrow completely screwed up the Black Canary multiple times, but they at least kept her white. So I mean, that's the only thing we kind of care about. Play these legacy characters the way they originally intended. Introduce diverse characters. There are tons of black characters they could easily put Smollett in the middle of and said, hey, here's Vixen, here's Bumblebee, here's Rocket. There's a lot of characters they could have did with her being an African American or mixed, and it would have been perfectly fine. But by them putting her as the Black Canary, it just, to me, it just doesn't feel like they're doing the right things here. Okay, but that's here or there. I'm willing to eat my words if the story is really good. I'm watching this movie for Ewan McGregor and Margot Robbie. I'm sorry, the other actors and actresses in there, I don't honestly care. I love Ewan McGregor and I love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. So I want to see how they're going to do these characters and push forward with this. I'm hoping that what I'm hearing about Ewan McGregor's Adrian Sedanis is not true. I hope that it's different, but let's see what they do. I'm willing to give it a chance. I will watch this movie. It's not gonna be something I'm gonna be like, I'm not watching this. I will give this movie a chance, and I will give it a fair review from my perspective as a comic book lover, and also the fact is, I love the Birds of Prey. I've read a lot of the Birds of Prey comics. I read it when Barbara Gordon was the original. It was Barbara Gordon, Black Canary, and Huntress, and they were the original Birds of Prey, and that's what I know. And there have been tons of other people who came in, like I said, like Vixen, Bumblebee, other people that came in to be in a part of this. Cassandra Cain was a part of it because she was originally Batgirl. So I mean, let's see what they do. Oh, and also Rosie Perez. Rosie Perez is in this. Great. I loved her ever since all the way back in the '90s. She was a hottie. Okay, she aged pretty, but she still looks good for her age, though. I mean, she could have looked jacked. Okay, She plays that haughty Hispanic woman, and she can throw down the f bombs like that. That's what I loved about Rosie Perez back in the '90s. She was hot. So I want to see what they do. Here it is. Let's get into this. And again, this is my fair, honest review about this. So please, let's keep the flaming down. I'm being honest, okay? I still want to see this movie, but I got to give it fairness, all right? So let's get into it.
Can I help you?
Why, yes, yes, you can. I'm here to report a terrible crime.
And what terrible crime is that?
This one. Ah, shit, I told this all wrong. Quick history lesson. This all started when the Joker and I broke up. It was completely mutual. And soon enough, I was back on my feet, ready to embrace the fierce goddess within. It's oh so quiet. Now that I cut ties with Mr. J, I'm about to learn that a lot of people want me dead. All alone. And at the top of that list is this guy. And so peaceful. But it turns out I wasn't the only dame in Gotham looking for emancipation. You fall in love. He's after all of us. We can't just rob him. You betrayed him. You killed his BFF.
What?
You are so cool. You never. And you're dumb enough to be building a case against him. So, unless we all want to die very unpleasant deaths, we're gonna have to work together.
Sure.
Psychologically speaking, vengeance rarely brings the catharsis we hope for.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
You blow up fuse, nothing cool, devil cuts loose. So what's the use?
Turn it up!
Sky kicks in, devil cuts loose. Blow your fuse. When you fall in love.
Oh shit, is that a hyena in a bathtub?
I named him Bruce after that hunky Wayne guy.
Okay. I hope you guys understood my reaction to this. It's a little out there. Now Subject Reviews did talk about this a little bit in his video, and he's saying that this look like it's from Harley's perspective, and I don't think so. I don't think this is from her perspective. I think that this is exactly what it is. I don't think it's from her perspective. I think that she is that kooky enough to just blow things up in its green, reds, and all of Joker's colors. I don't think they killed the Joker in this movie, because that would be really, really stupid. That would be honestly really, really stupid. What I think that they're trying to establish is that he's not in Gotham anymore. Like, once he and Harley broke up, he's gone, and he's gonna disappear for a while. So, because in Suicide Squad, I like Jared Leto's Joker a little bit. There was some aspects that were really cool about his character, but making him devoted to getting to Harley made no absolute sense. There should have been a much bigger plot going on with his wanting, with him wanting Harley back. That there should have been something bigger with this, and him getting her back should have been something huge. And when she went off with the Suicide Squad and decided to be with them instead of him, that should have been the nail in their relationship coffin right there. That he went through all of this because it was part of his plan, but she screwed up the plan because she was supposed to come back with him and she didn't. And then who knows what's going on with them too, during that whole situation. My only thing is, I don't know what they're doing with Black Canary. Some people are saying they love how they're doing her effects, which is okay. I mean, we got to see it in context. They're not showing off what she could truly do. And I think that they're doing that on deliberate purpose, so people won't completely start to berate the fact that they're doing it this stupidly. Now, I'm not saying it's stupid. What I'm saying is we don't have no information on what she could truly do with her voice. We don't know if she's holding back her voice because of some weird reason, or she's hiding the fact that she has powers on the fact of what happened with Superman. Like, we don't know anything about that. We don't know anything about that. I'm still not convinced with Huntress. I think they're gonna make her into a complete whack job. Like, I think they're gonna turn her into a complete whack job. Now again, I understand people are gonna go down and say, well, she's always been nuts. She's always been crazy. Yeah, but there was always a method to her. There was always a method to her sadisticness. She does her sadistic nature to bring out the bosses. So, like, if she was going to go after Black Mask, she's gonna cause so much destruction and death. It's gonna cause Black Mask to come out. Okay, there's a method to it. But for her to be with another group and she's just being this way, it makes no sense. She should be, in all honesty, she should be their Batman. Like, she should be cold, detached, keep people at arm's length, doesn't want to talk to them. You don't get to know my name. Like, you don't know. Why do you know my name for? That should have been Helena Bertinelli. That should be who she is. But when she gets to know them, she starts to open up more. Now, also, there was a huge rivalry between her and Dinah for a good while in the comics, but then it settled real quick when they realized that Dinah was holding back her real skill. Like, she was able to beat Helena up and down the street. I mean, literally, she was able to beat her up and down the street. She's been holding back her skill this whole time. She didn't want to insult anybody. Now, we don't know Cassandra Cain's link in all of this. They're adding some stuff, but I want to see it in context. I want to see it in context. They're saying, like, we also saw that she stole the diamond from Victor Zsasz, and that's probably why Black Mask is after her, because she has the diamond. So there's a lot of things going on, and who knows? And also, again, I'm glad they're keeping Ewan McGregor's acting out of this. I think they should focus more on the women, and hopefully they tone him down a little bit, because in some of the instances he doesn't act like Black Mask. Black Mask always keeps his mask on. He lets no one see his real face. But we have to see, again, this movie is on the pretense that everyone's coming to see Ewan McGregor's face. And that's their selling point. Ewan McGregor is Black Mask. Me personally, let's get out of that. Let's get out of that. Let's get out of that whole mentality that, yeah, we know the actors underneath that mask. Here's the thing that makes The Mandalorian completely one of the best shows alive, and that's the fact is we know Pedro Pascal is underneath that mask. We know he's underneath that mask. Unless it's the action sequences, it's Pedro Pascal. And his body language, his tone, the way he talks, illustrates what he's feeling. And that's great directing. Why can't we get that now? Why is it hard for people to understand that that's one of the main reasons why The Mandalorian is one of the best shows? Or right now, the best show on TV, next to The Witcher. So, and the guy he only took his mask off one time. We now know it's Pedro Pascal underneath that mask. We now know it. So, I don't want him to take off that mask. Do not ever take off that mask. We know it's him. Done. He doesn't take that mask off ever. Ever. For the rest of that series. Unless he dies. Do not take that mask off him. Because it will ruin his character. You're going to pigeonhole him into a new situation. No. He's the Mandalorian. He never takes off the mask. Follow the rules. And if they're going to take the mask off, he can never put on the mask again. Why is it hard for people to go, hey, you know what? I want to see Black Mask. We know it's Ewan McGregor underneath it. Let's just keep him with the mask on. That's how I see it. I mean, it's time to get out of those conformities that we're all used to. It's time because it becomes repetitive and it becomes boring because we now know, okay, he's gonna have the mask on for the whole movie. He's not gonna have the mask on for the whole movie. He's gonna put the mask on at the very end of the movie. So what's the purpose? What's the purpose? We all know this now. It makes it boring. So here's the thing. I like the trailer. I love Margot Robbie as Harley. She emanates Harley Quinn very, very well. And also she makes her more zany and more psychopathic and way more crazy. So she took her to a whole new level with this interpretation. And she emanates it very, very well. So hold on one second. Sorry about that. The trailer itself looks really cool. I'm still not sold on Smollett as Black Canary. I'm still not sold as Weinstead as Huntress. I think that it was a little miscasting. She looks soft to me. She looks like she cannot defend herself. Sophia Boutella, if you put her in that suit, she looks like a person that will whip you up. And that's because we've seen her in action roles and she does it very, very well. So my thing is, why couldn't they have gotten her and gave her and cemented her a great legacy? Because she played a lot of action roles, but for her to play the Huntress and she looks like the character, she could easily emanate this character and she can make this character her own. It really, to me, it cements a lot. But this trailer, if I'm going to rate it out of a 5, it is a 3. It's good, but it's not that good. It's above mediocre. That's because there's nothing in there to me that captures me. There's not much. And I'm starting to get a more understanding of the story. Again, most of the characters do not sell me. They don't sell me the character. We didn't get that much of Renee Montoya. So, but Harley, this is her movie. So they're making her the prominent character. She's one of the executive producers. Margot Robbie is one of the executive producers. I'm not bashing this trailer. Please, I'm not bashing this trailer. What I'm saying is that, in my personal opinion, it's just not capturing me to really go whoa, or it's mind blowing. It's actually just to me it's that same action oriented girl flick, and to me it's like all the guys are gonna become buffoons. And I mean, again, there's a lot of I'm trying not to bring bias into it. I'm trying not to, but it feels like this movie is gonna be, the girls are smarter than the guys, and the guys are gonna be complete buffoons. And I'm like, that's not good. That's not good balance. You got to show that Black Mask is a dangerous, very dangerous criminal and a gangster in Gotham. And if there's no Batman, then what the heck is he afraid of? He should be afraid of nothing. So he should have, and on top of that, the Joker's not around. So pretty much, if the Joker and Batman are not in Gotham, then there should be hell going on in Gotham right now, because there's nobody that can stop them. There's nobody in there that can stop him. Joker keep everyone in line. Like, if Joker's around, everyone goes, oh, well, Joker. They back off. If Joker's especially trying to make himself into a kingpin. But if he's not and he's nowhere in town, then what the heck are they afraid of? The cops? Whoopie freaking do. They can pay him off, make him go away. So I really hope that they show that Black Mask is a very dangerous guy, and we should fear him. Not a comedic factor on him. And that's what I feel that they're going to do with this character. And it makes me feel bad, but I still want to see this movie because I still love Ewan McGregor and I still love Margot Robbie. So that's my review. I hope you guys enjoy. Like, comment, share, subscribe down below. Hit the bell. I will have a couple other videos out. I'm going to be doing another one in a little bit talking about the DCU. And also, I want to talk a little bit more about what's going forward with the DCU. And maybe I'll make that into one whole one. It's gonna be pretty long. Maybe maybe I'll do the podcast like that. Okay. Thank you for joining me. You guys have a great one. Bye.